is calling the bust a citywide crime operation. Police raided a house overnight in the Bronx and arrested 3 suspects who they say are behind a string of pickpockets.
And police do tell us that all 3 are migrants, and the NYPD is looking to make more arrests. Eyewitnesses reported Stefan Kim live in the Allerton section of the Bronx with more. Stefan.
Well, David and Lauren, police officials call it the largest robbery spree that has been plaguing the city. For months, thieves on scooters have been snatching phones and pocketbooks out of women's hands. Overnight, police raided the suspected safe house behind me. They say the suspects are migrants from Venezuela. Take a look at this video released by the NYPD. Thieves on scooters snatching purses, pocketbooks, and phones out of women's hands all over the city. Finally, cops say they've caught the suspects.
Great job.
Police say they executed a search warrant and arrested 3 migrants in the Bronx overnight at 2970 Bronx Park East, a suspected safe house.
Hello, family. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to Harmony. I'm your host, Richard Harmon. Today, I want to talk to you guys about the growing crime ring that's happening with the migrant crisis right now. So we all know that the hundreds of thousands and millions of people who have crossed over to the border. New York City is facing some serious issues, as they have about 62,000 people that are still remain in the custody and in the care of the city of New York. With that, the issues are becoming very much prevalent right now, as the housing and space is becoming less and less available. The cold is creeping in, and people are looking to crime as ways of being able to access food and opportunity. So here we have a crew that has happened from Venezuela, of the illegal migrants who have come and who have started using mopeds. There was an article previously written about a whole army of these mopeds that were hanging around. And what they were doing is they were using these mopeds as kind of like getaway vehicles. They drive around, they snatch a woman's purse, they rob a man of his phone or something of that matter, and they keep going. And this has consistently grown over time. What's happening right now, as the Biden administration is still fighting to get people, work authorizations and things of that nature. People are looking for ways of how they can eat. I previously came up and told you about the issues that people are facing right now. Many people do not have sanitary places, as in restrooms or things of that nature, and they're just defecating and using the space however it is that they desire. And now that crime and that issue is beginning to spread. I'm going to play a little video of this, or watch a little bit of this what happened. We'll come back and talk about it just after that and go from there. Your first time joining, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. And here we go.
This department, this agency is not going to tolerate that. We will find you. Anyone that commits any act of harm against one of our New Yorkers, we're going to find you, we're going to arrest you, we're going to bring you to justice.
The suspects are expected to be charged with multiple robberies and grand larcenies. The men were linked to a pattern of at least 62 incidents of snatching. Detectives think the suspects then used those stolen phones to access the Apple Pay feature to make other purchases.
There are 172,000 migrants, asylum seekers who are here. Overwhelmingly, many are here just what the same thing all of our families want. For those who think they're going to come to our country, break our laws, assault our cops, that was not only an assault on an individual, that was assault on our system of public safety.
The behavior is horrible. They need to deport them.
Maria Ortiz says she's been living on the block for 9 years. Lately, she says, mopeds are everywhere and crime has gotten worse.
I'm ready to move out. Yeah.
Not bad.
I'm out of here.
Many of them caught stealing in order to pay for fake IDs to gain employment. Artia Ewing, live downtown with the undercover bust tonight.
Well, let me tell you more about that bust. The fake ID ring was busted just 5 days ago. The crooks were selling these phony IDs for $150 each. It was all uncovered inside of a little village home. And once investigators were inside, they also uncovered $7,200 in cash and what they believed to be meth. This is where the investigation started. Migrants being arrested repeatedly on the Mag Mile for retail theft. And once they were interviewed, they explained why.
They were then being able to either buy or trade for Social Security numbers, cards, or American permanent residency cards. And this story we were getting over and over again.
This is what the migrants were bartering for, fake IDs, in order to secure employment.
And then the vast majority of them are released.
Nearly 500 fake IDs were uncovered, social security cards, driver's licenses, and American permanent residency cards. A ledger was found keeping track of their crimes and wads of cash.
All right, family. So there it is. You have it once again. So again, like many people had considered this and had wondered whether or not people who were coming across the border illegally were being trafficked by the cartels. And here we're seeing now that these issues are beginning to spread, whether or not for sure that they are cartel related. But we do see that the sense of organized crime is happening right now, as we saw with the young men who beat up the police officers, so those criminals who escaped from New York City and went to California. There is a understanding that they will not be charged or anything of the like. So as we're looking to see this go on, this is likely to continue and likely to escalate, as you don't punish people for their crime. As you continue to let them out, you continue to see a escalation in terms of with the crime and the intensity of the matter. Young men in general, as we have seen with inner city youth, without anything good to do, they're generally going to find some bad habits to keep up with. They want to find money to spend. They want to be able to have girlfriends, things of that nature. And if you're not able to work, you're not naturally going to drift towards things of criminal nature criminal things in nature. So here it is. We find ourselves once again that people are being, hounded. They're being arrested. They're being, stolen from as they're doing just their everyday living. And this seems to be an issue that is spreading right now. So what exactly happens with the border issue? There's more tension coming between the Biden administration and Texas. But we can see for a fact that this is a growing pattern right now. And as things begin to get harder, as the recession begins to grow, as housing continues to become a strain, we can expect this to continue to expand in different ways and different manners. So it's while the men are naturally going to drift towards physical violence and things of that nature, there's likely going to be a uptick in prostitution and sex work of things of that kind as a result. For in terms of women, many people are understanding that these young women are coming here in terms of without many fathers or without people to watch over them, and they're looking for ways on how they can make money, how they can eat, how they can feed their children. And we're seeing that spread. For last year, we saw videos of Los Angeles. People were just doing things out in public. But again, even more now as we're seeing the cold happen, and seeing videos of brothels and things like that in New York City. How exactly this plays out, waiting to see. Chicago has consistently sought federal funds in terms of assistance for this issue. There's been reports recently of migrants receiving $1,000 checks just for subsidies for their everyday living. And being given those money to go and use at bodegas for their everyday consumption. We'll see exactly how this plays out. I continue to follow this along. What are your thoughts? Please comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.